And then grade 5 seems to be the first place where number theory is slowly introduced. Do we still have our place values? I thought it was anyway. Multiplication, division, exponents, number theory. Looking at part F here. That's interesting. Let's have a little look. Now, it goes a little ahead, perhaps. There's the divisibility rules. Let's see. Which divisibility rules does grade 5 ideally talk about? Can I get anything here? There we go. Is 7,609 divisible by 3? Now, of course, the divisibility by 3, oof, look at this shaky writing, requires that I add up all the digits, sum of the digits. So I'm going to get 7 plus 6 plus 0 plus 9, and 7 plus 6 is 13, 13 plus 9 is 22. And then I have to check 22, which is a much easier number. And 22 is not divisible by 3, so we'll go with a no. So even in grade 5, it's a very relevant question. So they're doing 3. Next up, they're doing 4. So when I have my 8, 8, 5, 6, let's go pink. For 4, I'm looking at the last 2 digits and say, is 56 divisible by 4? Can write it out like that, right? That was supposed to be a question mark. It looks like a question mark. Now 56, perhaps grade 5, their arithmetic is still a little developing, let's say. So even if you go and do a little long division to check, thinking now at a grade 5 level, there's no harm in doing that, right? They don't have to just look at a 56. I'll go as high as maybe as 40 for sure, right? Anything less than that, and we should really know our multiples of 4. 4 times 12, that'd be nice. Above that, no, some would, and some would not know very quickly. We always have the division as a backup. So the divisibility test gets us to a simpler question, but it's not necessarily going to be obvious. So 4 goes into 5 once. 1 times 4 is 4. Of course, in the tens column, it's 40. Take that away to leave 16. And then 4 goes into 16 4 times. I've used all of it. I see my 0 remainder, so yes. So I do perhaps have to combine divisibility test with a little extra work, depending on my level. It does depend. So I'll say yes. That was good work. Thank you. Divisibility by 5. I'll just write the number again, 636. But we only need to look at that last digit. It must be 0 or 5. It is not, so therefore it is a no. So it's important that we say a little something, right? Don't just say no, move on. We want to verify for ourselves and just take a few seconds to just go through the motions. Writing this out, however little it might seem, it does have a big effect on your memory, your studying, and all those things. It's quite significant. It just doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it. It feels silly sometimes. Well, it's obviously divisible by 10. Why do I have to write anything down? It makes a difference. I don't know how it works, but it makes a difference. There I'm going to look at the last digit again. Must be a 0, and it is. So we'll conclude that, yes, it is divisible by 10. I want to see what other numbers do we get. Ooh, 9. That's nice. I like that. Let's go blue. So we want to know 4, 5, 2, 6, 0 divisible by 9. See, I haven't done anything. I just copied this down. But it just gives me time to organize my thoughts, come up with a strategy. As I'm writing it down, I'm giving myself time to think. It seems so silly, but I want to lead by example as well. And if I'm teaching this, the students can see, oh, the teacher is just copying this down. That might be a good thing. I'm going to start to model myself according to what I see, and I'm going to do that as well. And it's really good for them. So it's little things like that that I could very easily take for granted, but it has a big effect. So I need to check the sum of the digits for, and I emphasize that I am adding up the digits. So I get a 9, I get 11, I get 16, and then this must be divisible by 9. And as I'm writing this down, I'm also kind of thinking, well, is it? I'm buying time to process what I'm supposed to be doing. And by the time I'm done with the sentence, I've already concluded, no, it's not, because the multiple is 9 and 18. So it is not divisible by 9. So writing things out, even though they seem silly, it has a massive effect. I don't know at all why. Maybe someone who studies psychology or the brain in more detail. We don't understand how the brain works really, but we can just see the evidence. Let's say two identical twins. One studies by just reading, picking an answer, get them right or wrong, no writing down. The other one writes down obvious things and little things and scribbles down their thinking. That second one, in the end, amplified like years from now, they will be so much better. I don't know why, but I am not questioning it. So divisibility by 6. It takes time to memorize these perhaps, but by using them and by writing them out, I'm sort of memorizing them after a while automatically. I need divisibility by 2, and I need divisibility by 3. So I'll have little check boxes there. Well, divisibility by 2 for my number 426, just taking this last digit, must be a 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and yes, it is. So check divisibility by 2. But I also need, at the same time, they both have to be yeses, divisibility by 3. So then I'm going to check the sum, 4 plus 2 plus 6, and I get a 12. That is divisible by 3, so that's also a yes, 2 yeses, and the divisibility by 6 is also a yes. Just like that. So let's see, 2 we've seen before. I'm going to speed these up simply to see what is the range of numbers for the possible divisors that we're going to get. Where we can speed it up, I'm now going to contradict myself and not write anything down. But you still have to perhaps write things down, and grade 5 students should always write things down. I just want to sort of get to all of them and see. That's not divisible by 2. It ends in a 9. Divisible by 3 we can do in our head because there aren't a lot of digits. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So yes. Let's see. So we got 3s, we got 9s, we got 2s, 4s, and 6s. Which one of the following numbers are divisible by 9? Oh, that's a lot of work. But the numbers aren't very long. Let's add up some digits. Let's write them over here, perhaps. 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 9 is 23. 8 plus 5 is 13. 7 3 times is 21. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Which one of these blue numbers are divisible by 9? Well, only that one. So it seems to be repeating here. 2s, 4s. There's a 4 again. We're looking at the last 4, not last 4, 4, 4, the last 2 digits. Last 2 digits, that is the 2 digits. Last 2 digits, only this one. Click it. Move on. Yes, okay, so it just seems to be 2, 4. Which ones are we looking at here? Grade 5, 2, 4, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, that is definite. Oh, we did a 5 as well, didn't we? Those are definitely the easier ones, but we got some of the digits in there already. Oh, 3 as well. Wow, my list is terrible. It's not bad. It's a lot of them. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Welcome to MathCats, where we aim to better understand mathematics. Join us weekly for discussions on elementary, high school, through to university math. You can request the next topic by leaving a comment on our YouTube channel or by emailing us at mathcats314@gmail.com. And as always, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.
Word problems. Ooh. That's going to be fun. Nice. Percy is arranging the photographs for his high school yearbook. He needs to put the same number of photographs in each row. No photographs left over. So if I make groups, I can't have any leftovers, no remainder. If Percy has 60 photographs to arrange, how many photographs could he put in each row? So these are the two possibilities. So I have to identify what's really being asked here. Well, if I have 60, can I make rows groups of 9? In other words, is it divisible by 9? Is 60 divisible by 10? Oops, by. Divisible by 9? No. Divisible by 10? Yes. So it's just a matter of identifying, making groups of things. Well, that's division. That's division. They're not asking me how many rows will they get. So I'm not doing the division. I'm just checking if it's possible. So 10 is possible. Company has 450 employees. The same number of employees work on each shift. So the shifts are sort of groups of people. How many shifts could the company have? So again, I'm making groups of these possibilities. 450. I'm not actually checking how many people in a shift. I'm just seeing if it's possible. Is it divisible by 3? Is it divisible by 4? Well, 3 requires that I add up the digits. Sum of the digits is a 9, so yes. 4 is very different. Look at the last 2-digit number. Is that divisible by 4? No, because the multiples are, let's suppose I know up to 10, right? 40, I can just count in 4s a little bit further. 44, 48, 52, and it skips over 50. So 50 is not a multiple of 4. So we said 3 is a yes. Super. Super. Let's do one more. There are 2,574 fish in a hatchery, which are divided evenly among the ponds. Oh no, not the question, statement. Which are divided evenly among the ponds, which means every pond has the same number. How many ponds could there be? They're not asking do the division, how many fish are in a pond, just is it possible to have 5 ponds? So I'm looking 2,574 divisible by, well, no, not check boxes. Let's not do the check box and confuse people. Divisible by 5. Well, I just look at the last digit. It's a 4, which is not what 5 wants, so no. Divisible by 10. I again look at the last digit. It's not a 0, so no. Divisible by 4. Look at the last 2 digits, and maybe on the side, I see, ooh, last 2 digits. Okay, well, maybe 74 is a little big for me. Not sure. I could just do a little division. 4 goes into 7 once. 1 times 4 in the tens column is 40. Take that away, I have 34. 4 goes into 34. It's close. 8 times for 32. But that leaves a remainder, so no. I'll go back to blue. Divisible by 9. Well, the others were all wrong, so hopefully this one is right. Otherwise, what do I click? Maybe nothing. Maybe nothing, right? 9 requires that I check the sum of the digits 2 plus 5 plus 7 plus 4, which is 2 plus 5 is 7, plus another 7 is 14, plus a 4 is 18. And yes, 18 is divisible by 9. So that was the only one. Could I have done this in my head? Yes, but I shouldn't. I shouldn't do it in my head. I should write some stuff down. And if I should, not to sound arrogant, but you probably should. It just helps the learning dramatically, more than you can imagine. All right, we'll stop there.